Good morning, campers. Today's the big day. Today's the day I'm summiting Springer Mountain. And then I will be done with my AT hike, although I will still have to do the approach trail tomorrow to meet my wife, but I will officially finish the AT today. It's only 8 miles from here. It's a strange feeling. It's been over 7 months to get to this point. Slept inside the shelter last night because the ground was really wet from the rain yesterday and the day before, and I guess it rained overnight too. I didn't hear it though. I had my earplugs in, but Anakin was there, and then 2 other guys showed up after dark. There was one guy who went up into the loft, and the other guy slept on the bottom part there where my pack is, on the bottom shelf here. And Anakin and I were up there on the first level, and there's a loft up there. First mile and a half, fairly level. There's a little tiny blip of an up, and then it goes down for about 2 miles, just a gradual downhill. And then the last 4 miles maybe is just a gradual up, Springer Mountain. So, yeah, I'm planning on stopping at the Springer Mountain shelter. It's about 2/10 of a mile off trail, but stopping there, you know, assessing, are there good dry tent spots? If there are, I'll set up my tent. I'll, you know, grab the stuff I need on the summit, like, you know, my dad's ashes and a few other things, my phone, some water, and so on. And I'll leave most of my gear behind in the bear box at the Springer Mountain shelter. Then I'll just walk the 2/10 of a mile up to the summit, take pictures and video. You know, here I am, yay! And you know, bury my dad's ashes and have a little drambuie toast to him, and yeah, and then just go back to the shelter and relax and cook and have dinner and get to bed. I mean, I don't know what else. It's a strange feeling to being this close. I mean, it's literally about a 4-hour hike away. So I'm gonna get going. It's 8:30 on the dot right now. 8 miles, not too tough. I'm thinking 4 hours, between 4 and 5 hours. I may take a break at the next shelter. There's another shelter about 5 miles up, 5.5 miles. I may even cook my lunch and eat it there. Although it's a little bit early for lunch, but we'll see. So anyway, yeah, it's just weird. It's just a weird sensation to think, oh my God, this is finally over. It feels like graduation day, like you've been working toward this diploma for so long. You forget that, you know, there's this light at the end of the tunnel. There's this there's this moment that you're going to be done, because it's taking so long and so much effort to do all the work. And then one day you're just done, and it's like, okay, you did it. Now it's time for your diploma. It's like, wow, I'm so used to just studying and doing classwork all the time. Now I don't have to anymore. It's just a weird sensation. I have to hike again tomorrow, of course, to get out, as I said, but I mean, this is the last stretch of the AT. So I will take some photos and shoot some video when I get up there, of course. And yeah, just a big day. It's still a little foggy, as you can see, a little misty, but I think that's going to burn off. In fact, there's blue. I don't know if you can see. Yeah, you see some blue up there. Clouds are breaking up, so I figure within an hour or so, all this kind of hazy, misty stuff in the trees will be burned off. All right, I'm going to get going. So we'll check in once I get up on the summit. Yay! This is some nice hiking here on the way to Springer. Not quite halfway there yet, but this is where the AT overlaps the Benton Mackay Trail. It's very nice walking. And it's right next to a creek. Too bad the whole AT isn't like this. There's the Stover Creek shelter. I just stopped there to have lunch. I had a hot lunch, something I rarely do. And I only did it this time because I had an extra dinner. And I didn't want to carry an extra dinner around, so I thought I'll eat one of my extra dinners for lunch. Have a hot lunch. Again, I'm only hiking 8 miles today. I have 2.7 miles to the next shelter where I'm staying for the night. It's not even noon yet. So I should be there by 1:30. No problem. It's mostly uphill, but it's not super steep, from what I understand. Yeah, I'm going to stop there. I'm going to see if there's any good tent sites. They're dry and flat, nice and smooth and level. If there are, I'll set up my tent to dry it out. I'll have one more night in my tent for old time's sake. My last night on the trail will be in my tent. If there are no good tent sites, if they're wet, muddy, rooty, uneven, yucky, then I will sleep in the shelter. After I get to the shelter, go up there and bury the rest of Dad's ashes and have a little moment with him. And yeah, and then my thru hike will be over. Anyway, that's it. I'm just kind of taking my time here because I'm almost at the end. I'm less than 3 miles from the top of Springer right now. I've come 2,200 miles, almost 2,193 or 2,191 miles thereabouts. Crazy to think that's 90 minutes. I'll be done. It's a strange feeling. It's a good feeling though, but it's strange. As you approach the summit of Springer, Springer says, "We're giving you one last taste of rocks." All the way up. It's only about a quarter mile up to the plaque, the end of the Appalachian Trail. 2,194.3 miles just ahead. So let's go up and check out the summit of Springer Mountain. The final approach. Final approach, the summit of Springer Mountain. There's the plaque. The infamous Appalachian Trail. Appalachian National Scenic Trail. 3,782 feet. Southern terminus. This is the secret trap door. There's the door. That is where the register is. There you have it. The very beginning of the Appalachian Trail in Georgia. The very first white blaze on this rock right here. Where most people start. They head off that way. Well, that time has come. I'm done with the AT. That means so is my dad. So the rest of the ashes Going into a small cat hole I've dug here on Springer Mountain at an undisclosed location. And then, of course, it will be topped off with some Drambuie from the last bottle he drank from. And then I'll have a toast to him. So, it's been a pleasure. The hardest thing I've ever done. And I'll be honest with you, I don't think we would have made it. If we had tried this back in the 90s, I don't think we would have made it. And I'm not surprised he got injured and couldn't finish. It's a heck of a thing. This trail, hardest thing I've ever done. I'm glad it's over, but I'm kind of sad. That's why I took so many photos and video, so I can relive it. For now, it's the end of the chapter. Thank you for watching. Say goodbye, and I'll take care of my dad's ashes now, and we'll see you at Amicable Falls.